At this time, I would like to welcome the Senior Class President, Vanessa Cooper, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Congratulations, right here.
Good afternoon. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated.
Now it is my privilege to introduce our special guest, Ms. Debbie Hawley, Chairman of the Board representing District 1, Ms. Catherine Hensley, Vice Chairman of the Board representing District 4, Ms. Carol Hilson, School Board Member representing District 2, Dr. Donna Mills, School Board Member representing District 3, Mr. Troy Ingersoll, School Board Member representing District 5, Mr. E. Wayne Gent, Superintendent of the St. Lucie Public Schools, Dr. Jonathan Prince, Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Kevin Perry, Assistant to the Superintendent, Dr. Helen Wild, Chief Academic Officer, Mrs. Lisa Davenport, Assistant Principal, Mr. Jason Monroe, Assistant Principal, Mr. Alex Auger, Assistant Principal, Ms. Regina Roberts, Assistant Principal. Please give them a round of applause. To the parents, friends, relatives, and staff of Treasure Coast High School, I say good morning. I would also like to acknowledge once again the honored guests and dignitaries who are sharing the stage with me today. Thank you for your support in helping us celebrate this occasion. To the students in the audience, I say congratulations. I am so honored to address you today. Today, I encourage you to connect with this moment in time. Before you open the next chapter of your life, take a moment to pause. Take a mental picture. Reflect on this moment. Think of the feeling that you have at this time. These memories will endure. Give yourself the opportunity to note where you are, what you're doing, and where you're going. Today, I want to speak to you about finding things that are constant for you in a world of change. At the beginning of the new millennium, 2000, most of you had not been born, and there have been a lot of changes since that time. The Twin Towers in New York were lost. Mark Zuckerberg was still in high school. And a little-known football player from the University of Michigan named Tom Brady was selected as the 199th pick in the NFL draft. Cell phones were used mostly to call people, and social media was not widely in use. GPS just became released for public use. The first camera phone was invented, and YouTube wouldn't launch until 2006. Selfies, binge watching, and cyber espionage were words that had not yet been invented. I share this with you because now more than ever you are deluged with information and change. Heraclitus, a Greek philosopher, has been quoted as saying, "Change is the only constant in life." However, I would like to disagree with him on this matter. You have the ability to create your own constants in your life. Who are the people that will always be constant in your life? Where are the places that will be a constant for you? And what does your personal voice that guides you tell you to do in challenging and life-changing situations? These are your constants. First, find people who positively support you and make them part of your constant circle of friends. Just as you found at Treasure Coast High School, there are always people who want to support and mentor you. Involving them in the next phases of your life will make your next goals easier to achieve and create stronger bonds and more reason to celebrate when you achieve success. Next, find places while you are needed. This graduating class has earned over 33,000 hours of community service. From those hours, you've gained skills that you will use in your careers, and you've learned communication and relationship techniques. More importantly, in the stress of today's world, finding a way to give back to your community will help support your purpose in your life and remind you of the blessings that you have in your life. Finally, make sure to listen to your personal voice, your gut, to guide you. You've already learned to listen to that voice. Many times you've been able to experience successes because you have listened to your personal voice. Most of the decisions that you will have to make in your life will be best made when listening to your inner voice. People, places, and personal voice are the constants that you need to always include throughout your life. One last thing to remember as you move to the next phase of your life, you all share a strong common bond in the identity that you have developed together over the last 4 years. Wherever you go, whatever you do, never forget, you are. As the proud principal of Treasure Coast High School, I applaud you, class of 2019. At this time, I would ask Mr. Gent, the superintendent, to the podium.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the graduation ceremony this morning. This week, St. Lucie Public Schools will graduate almost 3,000 young men and young women. Just to let you know, we have the highest graduation rate on the Treasure Coast, and we are in the top 10 in the state of Florida for 3 years consecutive. This year's graduates will have earned over $25 million in academic scholarships. They will be attending some of the most prestigious colleges and universities in our nation, as well as right here in the state of Florida. Many of our young men and young women will go directly to the world of work, armed with industry certification and credentials that will let them come in with higher paying wages immediately. There's another group of students that received a certificate this morning called a Promise is a Promise certificate. These young men and young women are going to go into the field of education to become teachers. And after successfully completing their college years, they have a job waiting for them right here, guaranteed in St. Lucie County as a teacher in our public schools. So congratulations to those young men and young women. And speaking of the teachers, I want to just thank our community members with a 66% yes vote. You voted to increase our teacher salaries, to make sure we have a school resource officer on every campus, and to increase our mental health services. So on behalf of the Board of Education, thank you so much for that support. And then lastly, I want to recognize those young men and young women that will be joining the armed services to protect our country. They are already heroes. Would you please join me at this time to congratulate them? And just so that those young men and young women, the key word is going to be service. I challenge the class of 2019 to serve others. Jim George once said, "Serving others prepares you to lead others." Congratulations, Titans.
At this time, I would like to ask Vanessa Cooper, Senior Class President, back to the podium to address the senior class.
Good morning, school board members, superintendent grants, assistant superintendent, administration, family, and graduates. First and foremost, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for making it possible to be here this morning. To be able to stand in front of you all demonstrates our success through hard work. The truth is, how do we measure success? To me, success is ongoing. No matter what you have in life, you always want to strive to have more. We have accomplished one of our biggest goals, to graduate from high school. Now, we think we are achieved. But what is achievement? Meaning, achievement is ongoing. When you achieve one goal, you strive and push for another goal. So it's like steps. One step higher, you always want to go another step. For me, I related to this simile so much. I never looked at life as a way of just simply achieving a goal or the fact that I need to be successful because I want to be rich. I looked at life as a way to better myself and my future. Don't ever settle, because when you settle for these things, you become complacent and lazy. But guess what? The sky's the limit, Titans. Do the impossible, and always keep your enemies, competitors, haters, and fans guessing. My pastor wrote a song called Soaring, and his main message questioned, how does an airplane take off? In order for an airplane to take off, it has to be facing the wind. Therefore, the wind is going faster, and the airplane is going faster, and the wind gets stronger. In other words, when circumstances of life faces you, do not run. Face your situation head on. And continue to lift your head higher. Let your circumstances take you higher. Go higher in life and go above the norm. As for me, the support from my teachers, friends, and families, and those surrounding me, thank you all for motivating me and pushing me to do better. It is what has gotten me this far, and I believe it is what will continue to get me much further. Thank you to the Business Academy for preparing me for the real world. I want to say how proud I am of my fellow Titans, and I am proud to be graduating from such an amazing school. I am truly blessed to be called a Titan. Titan born, Titan bred. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you, Vanessa. It is now my pleasure to recognize a number of students that have worked very hard on their studies throughout their high school experience. I would like to recognize the students with the Honors Designation. Please stand. Thank you. The students with high honors, please stand. Thank you. The top 10 students representing Treasure Coast High School, please stand when I call your name. Samantha Mueller, ranked 10th with a 5.43 weighted GPA. Samantha plans to major in human biology while attending Florida State University. She has aspirations of becoming a physical therapist. Isabel Florent, ranked 9th with a 5.44 weighted GPA. She will be attending the University of Florida. She plans to major in health science with aspirations of becoming a general physician. Marlon Jackson Jr., ranked 8th with a 5.48 weighted GPA. Marlon will be attending Florida State University to major in psychology with plans to become a behavioral psychologist. Camilla Harrowett, ranked 7th with a 5.5 weighted GPA. Camilla will be attending the University of Florida and plans to major in pre-med with a minor in French. She has aspirations of becoming a doctor of reconstructive plastic surgery. Gabrielle Stevenson, ranked 6th with a 5.55 weighted GPA. Gabrielle will be attending Florida State University to major in clinical psychology. She plans to become a sports psychologist. Valeria Calderon Castro, ranked 5th with a 5.71 weighted GPA. Valeria plans to major in finance at the University of Florida. Her goal is to have a career in the financial industry. Edley Hippolyte, ranked 4th with a 5.87 weighted GPA. Edley will be attending the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and plans to major in biochemistry with a minor in Spanish. She plans to become a pediatrician. Yasmin Garcia, ranked 3rd with a 5.94 weighted GPA. Yasmin will be attending the University of Florida and plans to major in mathematics. She has aspirations of becoming an actuary or a math professor. Please give them a round of applause. I'd like to ask Mr. Monroe to the podium to recognize this year's Salutatorian and Valedictorian.
Thank you, Mrs. Seal. The next student I have the privilege of introducing is our Salutatorian, Destiny Lerner. Destiny's parents, siblings, and grandparents are here to support her today. Destiny, will you please join us on stage? As a dual enrolled student, Destiny has completed her Advanced International Certificate of Education, ACE diploma through the University of Cambridge, and has taken enough classes to be eligible for an Associates of Arts degree from Indian River State College, simultaneously with their high school diploma. Destiny has been awarded the Cambridge and Young Floridian Scholar and has earned her CMAA, CET, and CPR certifications while logging over 300 volunteer hours. She has served in leadership roles as part of the National Honor Society, HOSA, and Philanthropy Club. She has aspirations of pursuing a career in medicine and will attend the University of Notre Dame in the fall. Destiny has earned a 6.04 weighted GPA during her time at Treasure Coast High School. Everyone welcome the class of 2019 Salutatorian, Destiny Lerner.
Good afternoon, school board members, Superintendent Jen, assistant superintendents, administration, family, friends, and graduates. I want to start off by thanking my parents and loved ones and all of those who have supported me throughout my life. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I would also like to take a moment to thank those people that I'm sure are coming to their minds now as they think back on their own support systems. As corny as it may sound, it really is true that sometimes all you need in life is someone to believe in you in order to believe in yourself. So again, a genuine thank you. Our accomplishments are yours. Graduates, I, of course, want to congratulate you all. We are now at the end of a 13-year journey through the education system, and I can't speak for all of you, but this is the greatest mixture of pride and overwhelming relief that I have ever felt. We have all experienced hardship, drama, and anxiety. My own stress levels could be through the roof at times, and I think we can all agree that that disease, senioritis, is definitely real. But we have all persevered despite the trials, and the experience has been so rewarding. As the ceremony approached, a lot of us reflected on our time in school and admitted that we would miss dances and football games and contact with the amazing friends that we've made. It's been a time where many of us have grown into who we are as people and realized, to some extent, what we want from life. For a lot of people, their high school years have been the best parts of their lives so far. And it's only now that we prepare to move on that we can begin to appreciate that. It's the life lessons and the memories that we will carry with us into adulthood. For many, including myself, moving on from this point seems daunting. We're thrust into a new life, whether it be college, a job, or another path, and it can be overwhelming to unscramble the mess of opportunities that we have in front of us. But the fact is that no decision is necessarily the right or wrong one for you. We make mistakes, and we learn from them. Our paths change, and we grow from that. As stated in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3, as long as you have faith in yourself and, quote, entrust your works to the Lord, your plans will succeed, end quote. The message that I want to get across here is that the training wheels are off, and all that needs to mean to us is that it's our time to shine. Once again, congratulations, class of 2019, and thank you.
Thank you, Destiny, and I'd like to present you with this ring donated by Herf Jones in recognition of your academic achievements as our class salutatorian. I would like to introduce our valedictorian for the class of 2019, Macy Nylander. Macy, please join us on stage. Macy is joined this evening by her parents, sister, and other proud family members. Macy earned her Associates of Arts degree from Indian River State College and has completed an Advanced International Certificate of Education, ACE diploma, through the University of Cambridge simultaneously with her high school diploma. She has served in leadership role for National Honor Society and is the founder of the Treasure Coast High School's Poetry Club and is a Sunshine State Scholar. She has been a member of the Academic A-Team and Math Olympics team. Macy is aspiring to double major in biochemistry and philosophy at Birmingham Southern College. Her ultimate goal is to work in oncology research and the education field. Macy has earned a 6.12 weighted GPA during her time at Treasure Coast High School. Everyone, please welcome the class of 2019's valedictorian, Macy Nylander.
Good morning, school board members, Superintendent Gent, assistant superintendents, administration, family, friends, and graduates. Hello all, and congratulations. Either you or your loved one is facing a momentous achievement as we congregate today to celebrate our graduating class of 2019. And with it, our many accomplishments. Today is a day for making memories to be cherished for the rest of our lives. My purpose in standing before you today is twofold. First, I would like to remind you of the many trials we faced just to be here and how impressive our overcoming them truly is. Second, I'll get to in a minute. In recent years, there has been quite a powerful vocal movement to speak out against the obstacles that have been placed in front of you, whether they be based on race, ethnicity, class, sexual orientation, or otherwise. The media has been aware that we all face these issues in one way or another. We are all victims of the times and of one another. It would be easy then to just be hiding behind those trials and tribulations and accept our stagnant present. If you never challenge the fire, you won't get burned. The fear of an insurgency keeps us from ever crossing the boundaries necessary to pave a brighter and more innovative future. Now, I want you to rethink on what I just said. The movement I was talking about, that wasn't given to us by any establishment or government or bureaucracy. We did that. We started a revolution of selflessness and self-awareness, so we should be extremely proud today. This being said, though, we can't take all the credit. We didn't do it alone. Every one of us had hands pushing us and encouraging us along on our journeys to find our purpose and to fulfill it. And many of those hands are here in this room today, at this ceremony that serves only as proof of your accomplishments so far. Without these people, whether they be family, peers, faculty, or anyone else, there's no telling how much more difficult it would have been just to get here. We thank you for supporting us. Then, on to my second point, the future. No matter how we look at it, this is by no means the end of our struggles. In fact, they will most likely only become more difficult as we mature and begin to find ourselves. Please don't let that discourage you. We've all gotten here, and we may all continue to flourish as long as we hold trust in ourselves to carry on, remembering who stands behind us and ushers us into whatever the future may hold. I know it's pretty cliche to quote the High School Musical graduation, so I'll quote the first movie instead. We're all in this together. Titan born, Titan bred.
Thank you, Macy. I would like to present you with this ring donated by Herf Jones in your recognition of all your academic achievement as valedictorian. And now I'd like to ask our principal, Ms. Seal, and superintendent, Mr. E. Wayne Gent, to come to the podium to give their acceptance of the class of 2019.
Thank you. Distinguished members of the school board and Superintendent Gent, as principal of Treasure Coast High School, I present to you the graduating class of 2019. I certify that they have met the graduation requirements of the School Board of St. Lucie County and the state of Florida.
I accept the 2019 class of Treasure Coast High School. Principal Seal, you may award their diplomas at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Gent. At this time, our school counselors, Ms. Corda, Ms. Parham, Mr. Hendrickson, Ms. Nemo, and Ms. Hendrickson will now begin the roll call. Please raise the first line.
Macy Nylander, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Destiny Lerner, graduating with high honors and her ACE diploma. Yasmin Garcia, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Edley Hippolyte, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Valeria Calderon Castro, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Gabrielle Stevenson, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Camilla Harrowette, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Marlon Jackson Jr., graduating with high honors and his AA degree. Isabel Florent, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Samantha Mueller, graduating with high honors. Vanessa Cooper, graduating with honors.
Ashley Umbunza, graduated with high honors. Michelle Abdor. Federico Abreu Seymour, graduated with high honors. Raquel Acevedo, graduated with honors. Tarena Akin, graduating with honors. Marco Adensi. Cristofani Eldelphonse, graduated with high honors. Quadro Ajay, graduating with high honors. Malcolm Agnew. Christopher Allegra. Wendy Allegra, graduated with high honors. Annalisa Albert, graduated with high honors. Elizabeth Albreton. Samuel Alsey, graduated with high honors. Lori Ashley Ascendor, graduated with high honors and her AA degree. Randall Allen. Ethan Moores. Luis Altame. Angel Alvarado, graduated with high honors. Jorge Alvarez. Maria Alvarez. Martin Alvarez Cuagro, graduated with high honor. Morgan Andrews. Thadasia Andrews. Brian Antoine, graduated with honors. Zachary Aponte. Ashley Harden, graduated with high honors. Shamar Shannon, graduated with high honors. Alicia Apollon, graduated with honors. Paula Arias, graduated with high honors. Miguel Azrizmin. Richie Augustin. Kimori Authors. Brian Avila, graduated with high honors and his AA degree. Emmanuel Aviles. Danielle Baca, graduated with high honors and her AA degree. Karina Baez. Malachi Baker. Antonia Banks. Richard Perez, graduated with honors. River Rashford, graduated with honors. Megan Barnes, graduated with high honors. Kyra Barnes. Carlos Barrera, graduated with high honors and his ACE diploma. Kathleen Barrientos, graduated with high honor. Danielle Bautistas, graduated with honors. Nathan Bazile. Austin Becker. Angelica Benitez Enciso. Colin Benjamin. Gabriel Bennett. Kevin Better, graduated with high honors, his AA degree, and his ACE diploma. Amart Wheeler. Ian Blanco. Zoe Bevins. Jalissa Bogle. David Balnadar, graduated with high honor. Jaylene Borrero Schmidt. Gregory Boulay, graduated with high honors. Aaron Brasino, graduated with high honors. Alexiana Brewer, graduated with high honors. Darian Brown. Jusan Brown, graduated with honors. Anaya Brunson. Yasmin Brutus, graduated with high honors and her associate art degree. Saray Burgess. Ayana Burgess. Jerianne Byers. Asia Bynes. India Bynes, graduating with honors. Daniela Cabrera, graduating with high honors. Vivian Cabrera, graduating with high honors. Alicia Kolexti. Zakiah Cameron, graduating with honors. Danielle Campbell, graduating with high honors. Angela Cano, graduating with honors. Brittany Cantu. Niall Carey, graduating with honors. Yvette Carasuelo, graduating with high honors. Giancarlo Cartera Martinez. Ryan Carrington, graduating with honors. Gabriel Cassini. Katrina Casolo, graduating with honors. Frank Castillo, graduating with honors. Noah Castillo, graduating with honors. Angela Castrillo, graduating with high honors. Celine Castro, graduating with honors. Sierra Colley, graduating with high honors. Lauren Kavnar, graduating with high honors. Daniel Cesares, graduating with high honors in his AA degree. Gabriel Sendindo.
William Champion. Aaliyah Chankasing, graduating with high honors. Gary Chifo. James Christie IV, graduating with high honors and his ACE diploma. Andrew Cicerelli. Julian Cintron, graduating with honors. Shania Clark, graduating with honors. Lena Clausen, graduating with high honors. Montana Coffey, graduating with honors. Nakia Koch, graduating with honors. Jarvie Coleman. Robert Coleman, graduating with honors. Denise Conklin, graduating with honors. Juan Contreras. Isabel Cooper de Quesada, graduating with high honors and her ACE diploma. Kaylin Corliss, graduating with honors. Alexandria Carraza, graduating with high honors. D'Angelo Cotto. Guillerme Coutinho. Nicole Cunningham. Zachary Cunningham, graduating with honors. Ashley Curran, graduating with high honors. Frank D'Agostino. Danny Dang, graduating with high honors and his AA degree. Victoria Darling Volman, graduating with high honors. Daniello Dauphin. Sebastian David, graduating with honors. Eric Davidson. Jaden Davidson. Andrew Davis. Danielle Davis, graduating with honors. Jacqueline Davis. Kevin Davis Jr. Alex Day. Jordan DeCesare, graduating with high honors. Brandon Diekman, graduating with honors. Charisma Deacle, graduating with honors. Marcus Deacle. David Del Toro Rivera, graduating with honors. Jessie Delphin, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Anna DeSantiago Vigil, graduating with honors. Arist Desir. Albert De Stefano. Curvinson Destillan. Aslin Diaz. Amanda Dip, graduating with honors. Slightnik Diomitre. Bailey DePaulo Davis. Tian Dixon, graduating with high honors. Jermaine Doig, graduating with honors. Jonathan Doig, graduating with high honors and his ACE diploma. Ariel Dominguez. Jezebel Dominguez. Noah Dones. Naima Dore. Sabrina Doriska, graduating with high honors, her AA degree, and her ACE diploma. Mark Doucette, graduating with honors. Ian Dowdy. Lexi Dreyer. Cole Drawatsky. Jasmine Dreyer. J.D. Dolcona, graduating with high honors. Daphne Dumerville. Joshua Duncombe. Michael Dunn, graduating with high honors. Elisa Duran, graduating with high honors. Jake Dutton, graduating with high honors. Kamini Edmondson, graduating with high honors and her ACE diploma. Danielle Elliott, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Gabrielle Elliott, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Jada Ellis. Tara Emanuel, graduating with honors. Allison Eno, graduating with high honors. Chelsea Areza. Raymond Evans. Rohan Facey. Jorge Fandino. Jasmine Fedrick, graduating with honors. Martin Feliciano, graduating with honors. Emilio Feliciano. Kendall Felton.
James Ferrens, graduating with honors. David Ferguson, graduating with high honors. John Neal Ferguson, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Trevor Fernandez. Juliet Ferretti, graduating with high honors. Zane Fisher. Denison Florissant. Marco Flores. Walton Flores, graduating with high honors and his ACE diploma. Stephen Forgress. Tatiana Folks. Rayshawn Francis, graduating with honors. Aisha Francois. Taina Francois, graduating with honors. Naya Frazier, graduating with high honors. Lexani Freeman, graduating with high honors. Dean Freitas, graduating with honors. Destiny Friss, graduating with high honors. Regina Frost. Adriel Voguera. Ashley Gajewski, graduating with honors. Jasenia Galvis, graduating with honors. Isabel Garcia, graduating with high honors. Brian Garcia. Miles Garriques, graduating with honors. DeKayla Gideon, graduating with high honors. Jack Gerhard. Raxo Gesto. Kayla Gent. Frances Gilbert. Javon Gilbert. Naya Gill. Charles Gillespie, graduating with high honors. Nasim Gilman. Maurice Gilmore. Justin Godown. Kayana Goldwire. Joshua Gomez. Zarek Gonzalez, graduating with honors. Matthew Gonzalez, graduating with honors. Mueller Gonzalez, graduating with honors. Jesse Gonzalez Terracine, graduating with high honors. Jerica Gore, graduating with high honors. Noah Green, graduating with honors. Tyler Guadalupe. Angela Guerra, graduating with high honors. Carla Gilbay, graduating with honors. Gregory Wilcappy, graduating with high honors and his ACE diploma. Thomas Gumbel. Muniram Harry Baran. Logan Gunter. David Ha. Ryan Hydis, graduating with high honors. Megan Haley, graduating with high honors. Kamani Hall. Orit Hall, graduating with honors. Imani Hannah Bromwell, graduating with high honors. Deja Harris Thomas, graduating with honors. Corey Harris. Janaya Harris. Shania Harris, graduating with high honors. Kevin Harris. Wandaline Harris, graduating with honors. Mackenzie Hart. River Hassett, graduating with honors. Tevin Haston. Nicholas Havens, graduating with honors. Jaleel Hira, graduating with honors. Samantha Helton, graduating with high honors. Kaylin Henriksen, graduating with honors. Akeem Henry. John Henry. Brandon Hernandez. Gabriel Hernandez. Devin Herring. Tamara Hilaire, graduating with honors. Brittany Hines, graduating with high honors. Dante Hines. Bilal Hobbs. Jacob Hodge. Dante Hofstede. Kalendra Holbrook, graduating with honors. Courtney Holsinger, graduating with honors. Jamie Holston. Lindsay Holt, graduating with high honors. DeAndre Howe. Nathaniel Housen, graduating with high honors. Ashton Hauser. Shavelo Howard. Alyssa Howell, graduating with honors. Courtney Hudson. Michael Hughes, graduating with honors. Barbara Hunter, graduating with high honors. Christopher Heisent, graduating with honors. Stephen Emhoff.
Marissa Ingram, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Brandon Arizari, graduating with honors. Ethan Ives. Gianni Ivy. Kamaya Jackson, graduating with high honors. Skylar Jackson, graduating with high honors. Fadaline Jacques. Joshua James, graduating with honors. Naya James, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Jean Eli Jean Baptiste. David Jean Lewis, graduating with honors. KG Jean Lewis. Mark Jean Philippe. Acer June, graduating with honors. Saquon June. Aaron Johnson, graduating with honors. Jerry Johnson III, graduating with high honors and his AA degree. Raven Johnson, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Rosdell Johnson, graduating with honors. Sharon Johnson Jr. Dylan Jones, graduating with honors. Jeremy Jones. Tyler Jones. Michaela Jordan Smith, graduating with high honors. Angela Joseph. Brendan Joseph, graduating with high honors. Angel Joseph, graduating with honors. Destiny Joseph. Chelsea Juarez, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Sayana Junco, graduating with honors. Craig Kattlecheck, graduating with high honors. Dynasty Cotier. Anthony Caveney. Lana Keith, graduating with honors. Abby Kelly. Shane Kenna. Bronson Kent, graduating with honors. Kayla Key, graduating with high honors. Jacob King, graduating with honors. Sarah Kirby, graduating with high honors. Jenna Klein, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Kaylee Cohen, graduating with high honors. Kevin Koo. Christian Larman. Jeremy Kuzma, graduating with honors. Jesse Lang, graduating with high honors. Gabriella Larkham. Andrew Larson, graduating with honors. Jaden Ladaboudier. Alexandre Lorenzo. Batch Laurent. Jasmine Lawrence, graduating with honors. Angelita Leo. Kaylee Leary. Denaya Lenore, graduating with honors. Jocelyn Leone, graduating with honors. Juliet Leone, graduating with honors. Edgar Leonore, graduating with high honors. Devin Lewandowski, graduating with high honors. Candace Lewis, graduating with high honors. Giovanni Lewis. Jalissa Lewis, graduating with honors. And Thomas Lovell, graduating with honors.
Mr. Gent, would you please join me once again at the podium? Will all of the graduates please rise? Mr. Gent, I present the class of 2019 graduates of St. Lucie Public Schools. They await your confirmation.
Titans, I confirm you as graduates. You may now turn your tassels. Congratulations.
Graduates, please remain standing in preparation for our recessional in the Alma Mater. This morning's been a wonderful experience for our students to honor their accomplishments. Words cannot express my pride, and I wish all our students great success. Again, congratulations. As we begin our recessional, I ask the audience to remain seated until the last graduate exits the gym and returns to rooms 4 through 6. Treasure Coast High School administration on stage, please join me in the recessional.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the class of 2019 procession. I would like to welcome the senior class president, Vanessa Cooper, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good afternoon. Please stand for the pledge and the national anthem performed by Bianca. After the national anthem, please remain standing until the colors have departed. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the
You may be seated. Now it is my special privilege to introduce the special guests here today. Miss Debbie Hawley, Chairman of the Board representing District 1, Mrs. Catherine Hensley, Vice Chairman of the Board representing District 4, Miss Carol Hilson, School Board Member representing District 2, Dr. Donna Mills, School Board Member representing District 3, Mr. Ewayne Gent, Superintendent of Public Schools, Dr. Jonathan Prince, Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Kevin Perry, Assistant to the Superintendent, Dr. Helen Wild, Chief Academic Officer, Mrs. Lisa Davenport, Assistant Principal, Mr. Jason Monroe, Assistant Principal, Mr. Alex Auger, Assistant Principal, Ms. Regina Roberts, Assistant Principal. Please give them a round of applause. To the parents, guardians, friends, relatives, and staff of Treasure Coast High School, I say good afternoon. Once again, I'd like to thank those of us on stage with us, as you have been an integral part of our students' success, and we never forget that. Thank you so much for being here. To the students in the audience, I say congratulations. I am so honored to be able to address you today. Today, I encourage you to connect with this moment in time. Before you open the next chapter of your life, take a moment to pause. Take a mental picture. Reflect on this moment. Think of the feeling that you have at this time. These memories will endure. Give yourself the opportunity to note where you are, what you are doing, and where you are going. Today, I want to speak to you about finding the things that are constant for you in a world of change. At the beginning of the new millennium, the year 2000, most of you had not been born, and there have been a lot of changes since that time. The Twin Towers in New York were lost. Mark Zuckerberg was still in high school, and a little-known football player from University of Michigan named Tom Brady was selected as the 199th pick in the NFL draft. Cell phones were used mostly to call people, and social media was not widely in use. GPS had just become released for public use. The first camera phone was invented, and YouTube wouldn't launch until 2006. Selfies, binge watching, and cyber espionage were words that had not yet been invented. I share this with you because now, more than ever, you are deluged with information and change. Heraclides, a Greek philosopher, has been quoted as saying, "Change is the only constant in life." However, I would like to disagree with him on this matter. You have the ability to create the own constants in your life. Who are the people that will always be constant in your life? Where are the places that will be a constant for you? And what does your personal voice that guides you tell you to do in challenging and life-changing situations? These are your constants. First, find people who positively support you and make them part of your constant circle of friends. Just as you found at Treasure Coast High School, there are always people who want to support and mentor you. Involving them in the next phase of your life will make your next goals easier to achieve and create stronger bonds and more reason to celebrate when you achieve success. Next, find the places where you're needed. This graduating class has earned over 33,000 hours of community service. From those hours, you've gained skills that you'll use in your careers, and you've learned communication and relationship techniques. More importantly, in the stress of today's world, finding a way to give back to your community will help support your purpose in your life and remind you of the blessings that you have in your life. Finally, make sure to listen to your personal voice, your gut, to guide you. You've already learned to listen to that voice. Many times you've been able to experience successes because you have listened to your personal voice. Most of the decisions that you have to make in your life will be best made when listening to your inner voice. People, places, and personal voice are the constants that you need to always include throughout your life. One last thing to remember as you move on to the next phase of your life: you all share a strong common bond in the identity that you've developed together over the last 4 years. Wherever you go, whatever you do, never forget, you're always tight. As a proud principal of Treasure Coast High School, I applaud you, class of 2019. At this time, I would like to call Mr. E. Wayne Gent, our superintendent, to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Treasure Coast High School's graduation ceremony, part 2. Over the next couple of days, over 3,000 young men and young women are going to walk across this stage and receive their diploma. St. Lucie County has One of the highest graduation rates in the state. We are in the top 10, and we are the highest performing district on the Treasure Coast. Our graduates will have earned over $25 million in scholarships. They will be attending some of the most prestigious colleges and universities in our country and right here in the state of Florida. Some of our students will go directly to the world of work, armed with industry certifications and credentials that will allow them to come in at high-paying jobs immediately. Several of our students, over 100, received a certificate that's called a Promise is a Promise, which means that they're going to become teachers. And after completing college in 4 years, hopefully, and they return back, they are guaranteed a teaching position right here in St. Lucie Public Schools. And they're going to be coming back, thanks to the voters of this community, to high-paying, very competitive jobs as teachers. And I want to take this time just to thank our community. 66% of our voters said yes to raise teacher salaries, to keep school resource officers in our schools, and to make sure we work on our mental health challenges. So thank you. I want to especially recognize those young men and those young women that are going to be serving in the armed forces. They are the real heroes. Would you please join me in congratulating them at this time? And just as those young men and young women are going to be protecting and serving our country, the key word is service to others. I'll leave you just with a quote, graduates. If you really want to receive happiness, then serve others with all your heart. Lift their burden, and your own burden will become lighter. Congratulations, Titans.
At this time, I would like to ask Vanessa Cooper, Senior Class President, to return to the podium to address the senior class.
Good afternoon, school board members, Superintendent Gent, Assistant Superintendent, Administration, family, friends, and graduates. First and foremost, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior for making it possible to be here today. To be able to stand in front of you all demonstrates success through our hard work. But the truth is, how do we measure success? To me, success is ongoing. No matter what you have in life, you strive to have more. We have achieved one of our biggest goals, to graduate from high school. Accomplishment is ongoing, meaning we achieve one goal, we set another goal for ourselves. So it's like steps. One step higher, you always want to go the next step. For me, I related to this simile so much. I never looked at life as simply achieving a goal or just being successful because I want to be rich. I looked at life as a way to better myself and my future. Don't ever settle where you are, because when you accept these things, you become complacent and lazy. But guess what, Titans? The sky is the limit. Do the impossible. Always keep your enemies, competitors, haters, and fans guessing. My pastor wrote a song called Soaring, and his main message questions, how does an airplane take off? In order for an airplane to take off, it has to be facing the wind. Therefore, when the airplane is going fast, the wind gets stronger. Then the airplane will lift its head. In other words, when circumstances of life faces you, do not run. Face your situation head on and continue to lift your head and let your circumstances take you higher. Go higher in life. Go above the norm. As for me, thank you to all my teachers, friends, and families for motivating me and pushing me to do better. It's what have gotten me this far, and I believe they're the ones going to get me further in life. Thank you to the Business Academy for preparing me for the real world. I want to say how proud I am of my fellow Titans. I am proud to graduate from such an amazing school, and I am blessed to be called a Titan. Titan born, Titan bred. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you, Vanessa. It is now my pleasure to recognize a number of students that have worked very hard on their studies throughout their high school experience. I would like to recognize the students with Honors Designation. Please stand. Thank you. The students with high honors, please stand. Thank you. The top 10 students representing Treasure Coast High School, please stand when I call your name. Samantha Mueller ranked 10th with a 5.43 GPA. Samantha plans to major in human biology while attending Florida State University. She has aspirations of becoming a physical therapist. Isabel Florent ranked 9th with a 5.44 weighted GPA. She will be attending the University of Florida. She plans to major in health science with aspirations of becoming a general physician. Marlon Jackson Jr. ranked 8th with a 5.48 weighted GPA. Marlon will be attending Florida State University to major in psychology with plans to become a behavioral psychologist. Camilla Herouet ranked 7th with a 5.53 weighted GPA. Camilla will be attending the University of Florida and plans to major in pre-med with a minor in French. She has aspirations of becoming a doctor of reconstructive plastic surgery. Gabrielle Stevenson ranked 6th with a 5.55 weighted GPA. Gabrielle will be attending Florida State University to major in clinical psychology. She plans to become a sports psychologist. Valeria Calderon Castro ranked 5th with a 5.71 weighted GPA. Valeria plans to major in finance at the University of Florida. Her goal is to have a career in financial industry. Edley Hippolyte ranked 4th with a 5.87 weighted GPA. Edley will be attending the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and plans to major in biochemistry with a minor in Spanish. She plans to become a pediatrician. Yasmin Garcia ranked 3rd with a 5.94 weighted GPA. Yasmin will be attending the University of Florida and plans to major in mathematics. She has aspirations of becoming an actuary or a math professor. Please give them a round of applause. I would like to ask Mr. Monroe up to the podium to recognize this year's Salutatorian and Valedictorian.
Thank you, Mrs. Seal. The next student I have the privilege of introducing is our Salutatorian, Destiny Lerner. Destiny's parents, siblings, and grandparents are here to support her today. Destiny, will you please join us on stage? As a dual-enrolled student, Destiny has completed the Advanced International Certificate of Education ACE Diploma through the University of Cambridge and has taken enough classes to be eligible for an Associates of Arts degree from Indian River State College. Simultaneously with her high school diploma, Destiny has been awarded the Cambridge and Young Floridian Scholar and earned her CMAA, CET, CPR certifications while logging 300 volunteer hours. She has served in leadership roles as part of the National Honor Society, HOSA, and Philanthropy Club. She has aspirations of pursuing a career in medicine and will attend the University of Notre Dame in the fall. Destiny has earned a 6.04 weighted GPA during her time at Treasure Coast High School. Everyone, please welcome the class of 2019 Salutatorian, Destiny Lerner.
Good afternoon, school board members, Superintendent Jen, Assistant Superintendents, Administration, family, friends, and graduates. I want to start off by thanking my parents and loved ones and all of those who have supported me throughout my life. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I would also like to take a moment to thank those people that I'm sure are coming to their minds now as they think back on their own support systems. As corny as it may sound, it really is true that sometimes all you need in life is someone to believe in you in order to believe in yourself. So again, a genuine thank you. Our accomplishments are yours. Graduates, I of course want to congratulate you all. We are now at the end of a 13-year journey through the education system, and I can't speak for all of you, but this is the greatest mixture of pride and overwhelming relief that I have ever felt. We have all experienced hardship, drama, and anxiety. My own stress levels could be through the roof at times. And I think we can all agree that that disease, senioritis, is definitely real. But we have all persevered despite the trials, and the experience has been so rewarding. As the ceremony approached, a lot of us reflected on our time in school and admitted that we would miss the dances and football games and contact with the amazing friends that we've made. It's been a time where many of us have grown into who we are as people and realized, to some extent, what we want from life. For a lot of people, their high school years have been the best parts of their lives so far, and it's only now that we prepare to move on that we can begin to appreciate that. It's the life lessons and the memories that we will carry with us into adulthood. For many, including myself, moving on from this point seems daunting. We're thrust into a new life, whether it be college, a job, or another path, and it can be overwhelming to unscramble the mess of opportunities that we have in front of us. But the fact is that no decision is necessarily the right or wrong one for you. We make mistakes and we learn from them. Our paths change and we grow from them. As is stated in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3, as long as you have faith in yourself and, quote, entrust your works to the Lord, your plans will succeed. The message that I want to get across here is that the training wheels are off, and all that needs to mean to us is that it's our time to shine. Once again, congratulations, class of 2019, and thank you.
Thank you, Destiny. I would like to present you with this ring donated by Herff Jones in recognition of your academic achievements as our class salutatorian. At this time, I would like to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2019, Macy Nylander. Macy, please join us on stage. Macy is joined this evening by her parents, sister, and other proud family members. Macy has earned her Associates of Art degree from Indian River State College and has completed the Advanced International Certificate of Education ACE diploma through the University of Cambridge simultaneously with her high school diploma. She has served in leadership role in National Honor Society and is the founder of the Treasure Coast High School's Poetry Club and is a Sunshine State Scholar. She has been a member of the Academic A Team and Math Olympics team. Macy is aspiring to double major in biochemistry and philosophy at Birmingham Southern College. Her ultimate goal is to work in oncology and research and the education field. Macy has earned a 6.12 weighted GPA during her time at Treasure Coast High School. Everyone, please welcome the class of 2019's valedictorian, Macy Nylander.
Good afternoon, school board members, Superintendent Gent, Assistant Superintendents, Administration, family, friends, and graduates. Hello all, and congratulations. Either you or your loved one is facing a momentous achievement today as we celebrate our graduating class of 2019, and with it, our many accomplishments. Today is a day for making memories to be cherished for the rest of our lives. My purpose in standing before you today is twofold. I would first like to remind you of the many trials that we have faced on our journeys just to be here and how impressive our having overcome them truly is. And the second I'll get to in a minute. So in recent years, there's been quite a powerful vocal movement to speak out against the obstacles placed in front of you, whether they be based on race, ethnicity, class, sexual orientation, or anything else. The media has been made aware that we all face these issues in one way or another. We are all victims of our times and of one another. It would be easy then to just hide behind those trials and tribulations that we faced and accept our stagnant present. If you never challenge the fire, you won't get burned. The fear of an insurgency keeps us from ever crossing the boundaries necessary to pave a brighter and more innovative future. Now, I want you to rethink on what I just said. That movement I was talking about wasn't given to us by any establishment or government or even bureaucracy. We did it ourselves. We started a revolution of selflessness and self-awareness, so we should be extremely proud today. This being said, though, can't take all of the credit. Didn't do it alone. Every one of us has had hands pushing us and encouraging us along on our journeys to find our purpose and to fulfill it. And many of those hands are here today in this room at this ceremony that serves only as proof of your accomplishments thus far. Without these people, whether they be family, peers, faculty, or otherwise, there's no telling how much more difficult it would have gotten just to get to this room. We thank you for supporting us. Then on to my second point, the future. No matter how we look at it, this is by no means the end of our struggles. In fact, they will most likely only become more difficult as we begin to mature and find ourselves. Please do not let that discourage you. We've all gotten here, and we may all continue to flourish as long as we hold trust in ourselves to carry on and remember who stands behind us and ushers us into whatever the future may hold. I know it's pretty cliche to quote the High School Musical graduation, so I'll quote the first movie instead. We're all in this together. Titan born, Titan bred.
Thank you, Macy. I would also like to present you with this ring donated by Herf Jones in recognition of all your academic achievements as valedictorian. And now I'd like to ask our principal, Ms. Seal, and superintendent, Mr. Ewayne Gent, to come to the podium and give their acceptance to the class of 2019.
Distinguished members of the school board, Superintendent Gent, as principal of Treasure Coast High School, I present to you the graduating class of 2019. I certify that they have met the graduation requirements of the School Board of St. Lucie County and the state of Florida.
I accept the 2019 class of Treasure Coast High School. Principal Seal, you may award their diplomas.
Thank you, Mr. Gent. At this time, our school counselors, Ms. Corda, Mr. Hendrickson, Ms. Hutchinson, and Ms. Hogan will now begin the roll call. Please raise the first line.
Macy Nylander, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Destiny Lerner, graduating with high honors and her ACE diploma. Yasmin Garcia, graduating with high honors, her AA and her ACE diploma. Edley Hippolyte, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Valeria Calderon Castro, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Gabrielle Stevenson, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Camilla Harrowett, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Marlon Jackson, Jr., graduating with high honors and his AA degree. Isabella Florent, graduating with high honors, her AA degree and ACE diploma. Samantha Mueller, graduating with high honors. Vanessa Cooper, graduating with honors.
Justin Lindsley, graduating with honors. Zaria Lipkins, graduating with high honors. Gabriela Lizarraga, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Dominic Lohman, graduating with honors. Yesenia Lopez Hernandez, graduating with high honors. Dominic Lopez. Joshua Lopez, graduating with high honors. Emily Lauriston, graduating with high honors. Tasha Lotina. Victoria Lewis Jean, graduating with honors. Ashley Lusaint, graduating with honors. Adriana Lusaint, graduating with honors. Justin Lozada, graduating with honors. Bianca Lubin, graduating with high honors. Ben Lubin, graduating with high honors. Diana Lucian. Alba Macias Ramirez. Toby Mack. Victoria McMullen. Michael Maffei, graduating with high honors. Jennifer Maldonado, graduating with high honors. Gordon Malloy. Larissa Manassis, graduating with honors. Juliana Marcano, graduating with high honors. Kyle Marchand, graduating with honors. Melanie Marcio, graduating with honors. Karina Marrero. Anthony Martins, graduating with high honors. Austin Martin. Matthew Martin. Noah Martin. Gabriel Martinez, graduating with high honors. Janelli Martinez. Nicholas Martika, graduating with high honors.
Adolphus Mathis. Chloe Mathis, graduating with honors. Elijah May. Savannah McBride, graduating with honors. Madison McCall. Deonchi McCollister. Jada McDonald. Raven McFadden, graduating with high honors. Colton McGee, graduating with honors. Kyle McGlorick, graduating with honors. Daniel McKinn. Helen McNaughton, graduating with high honors. Mason Medeiros. Brianna Meisner. Carlos Melendez. Jason Mello, graduating with honors. Madison Mello. Isabella Mendoza, graduating with high honors. Daniela Mershon, graduating with high honors and an ACE diploma. Elamy Marine, graduating with honors. Ashley Merritt. Serenity Merritt. Norris Mertis. Camilla Castro Messina, graduating with high honors. Julia Meyer, graduating with honors. Isabel Miguel Joaquin, graduating with honors.
Sean Milan Gonzalez, graduating with high honors and his AA degree. Shane Milan Gonzalez, graduating with high honors and his AA degree.
Rebecca Miller, graduating with honors. Shamar Menace, graduating with high honors. Jovan Mitchell. Shannon Mitchell. Marquise Mito, graduating with honors. Caleb Molina, graduating with honors. Joshua Molina. Jose Monrig, graduating with high honors and his AA degree. Angel Montalvo, graduating with honors. Faith Monty, graduating with honors. Ellerson Montawan. Carlton Moore. Victoria Mormon. Janae Morris, graduating with honors. Clifton Moat, graduating with honors. Angel Mosey, graduating with honors. Grace Murphy, graduating with high honors. Hayden Murphy, graduating with honors, his ACE diploma, and his AA degree. Josh Murray. Douglas Nandelstadt, graduating with high honors and his AA degree. Taylor Nash, graduating with honors. Joel Negron. Brianna Nelms, graduating with honors. Rashawn Nelson, graduating with honors. Jessica Narastant, graduating with honors. Jimmy Wynn, graduating with honors. Leilani Wynn, graduating with honors. Jagger Nicholson. Madeline Nicklow, graduating with high honors. Stevie Nicholas, graduating with honors. Savannah Nolasco, graduating with honors. Jovan Normal. Joshua Nunez, graduating with honors. Candace Nunez, graduating with honors. Priscilla O'Hara, graduating with high honors and her ACE diploma. Raynell Ortiz, graduating with honors. Diego Oviedo, graduating with high honors. Sienna Padilla. Gianna Pagluco, graduating with high honors. Brenton Palmer, graduating with high honors and his AA degree. Braden Paris, graduating with honors. Jordan Parker. Skyland Parks, graduating with honors. Rashard Parks, graduating with honors. Diana Parra, graduating with high honors. Tristan Parrott. Mia Benavides, graduating with high honors. Brian Pars, graduating with high honors. Dalton Patterson. Denisha Paul, graduating with honors. Jaden Pierce. Joseph Pecori. Gabriela Pedraza, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Bianca Pellet. Victoria Penny, graduating with high honors and her ACE diploma. Travis Perdomo, graduating with honors. Marie Perdue, graduating with honors. Christian Perez Velasquez. Anthony Perez, graduating with high honors. Dalma Perez, graduating with honors. Ernesto Perez. Isel Perez, graduating with honors. Justin Perez. Kayla Perez, graduating with high honors and her ACE diploma. Amber Perlmutter, graduating with high honors and her ACE diploma. Tawny Perry. Melanie Persad, graduating with high honors. Devin Persad.
Gerard Peters. Charles Petty. Mackenzie Payton, graduating with honors. Vetia Pierre, graduating with high honors. Andrew Piero. Chase Pearson. Sean Pinder, graduating with honors. Daisy Garcia Pineda, graduating with honors. Victoria Pizzarelos, graduating with honors. Sabrina Poshak, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Leanne Pod. Kimani Porter. Christopher Post. George Powell III. Jean Pernellis. Cameron Prevalon, graduating with honors. Jevin Profera, graduating with honors. Giancarlo Polano, graduating with honors. Kaylee Pulley. Matthew Casada Curtis. Oscar Covito, graduating with honors. Crystal Quiones. Aaron Quiones. Noemi Quintanal, graduating with high honors. Lily Cambargi, graduating with high honors. Austin Ramirez, graduating with honors. Jasmine Ramirez, graduating with honors. Kevin Ramos. Victoria Ramos, graduating with high honors and her ACE diploma. Jade Rarick, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Alan Ray, graduating with honors. Brandy Racinos, graduating with honors. Deshawn Reeves. Sydney Ryder, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Andrea Renteria, graduating with high honors. Chloe Resendez, graduating with honors. Tanya Resendez. Dorianne Raval. Manuel Ray. Carlos Reyes. Raven Reyes. Ruben Reyes Serrano. Eddie Garcia. Caleb Ribeiro. Logan Rich, graduating with honors. Brittany Ricker, graduating with honors. Shay Riggs. Brianna Reardon, graduating with high honors. Christian Rivera. Jairo Rivera, graduating with honors. Juan Rivera. Manuel Rivera. Umaris Riviera. Jack Roberson. Madison Roberts. Adriana Robinson, graduating with honors. Dakota Robinson, graduating with high honors. Dwayne Robinson. Nemuel Robinson, graduating with honors. Alejandra Rodriguez Lamana, graduating with honors. Jennifer Rodriguez, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Marcelo Rodriguez. Enrique Rodriguez, graduating with honors. Jada Rogers, graduating with high honors. Kiri Roman. Sage Roman. Isachar Romans, graduating with high honors. Keith Rosado, graduating with honors. Sarah Rosario, graduating with high honors. Eric Rose. Joelle Rose. Chelsea Royce, graduating with honors. Omar Royster. Ariana Rubio, graduating with honors. Caleb Rucker. Cassandra Ruiz Brewer, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Miguel Ruiz Guzman, graduating with honors. Dominic Russo. Ashley Rosado, graduating with high honors. Rowan Saba. Kevin Saha, graduating with high honors. Wilkin St. Fleur, graduating with high honors. Jaden Salerno. Victor Sampson, graduating with honors. Kylene Sanchez, graduating with high honors. Nadushka Sanchez, graduating with high honors. Jasmine Sandoval, graduating with honors. Victor Santino. Miriam Santos. Nicole Schmidt. Trevor Schoonover, graduating with high honors. Mariah Scott, graduating with high honors. Electra Siebold. Alyssa Sharp, graduating with high honors and her ACE diploma. Gong Shen, graduating with high honors. Amanda Shepard, graduating with honors. Desiree Sherman. Brandon Siders, graduating with high honors. Isaiah Simpson, graduating with high honors. Kayla Simpson, graduating with high honors. Alyssa Sims. Anaya Sims.
Nicole Sinclair, graduating with honors. Juliana Singletary. Stephanie Singleton, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Elena Smith. Frank Smith, graduating with high honors. Megan Smith, graduating with honors. Nakia Smith. Anthony Solis, graduating with high honors. Christian Sukan. Grace Soto Hernandez, graduating with high honors. Angel Soto Jr., graduating with honors. Jacob Spadowski, graduating with high honors. Kimberly Spence, graduating with high honors and her ACE diploma. Victoria Spilatris, graduating with honors. Tajana Springs, graduating with high honors. Roy Stager, graduating with high honors and his AA degree. Emisha Stewart, graduating with honors. Sergio Suarez, graduating with honors. Chelsea Subrian, graduating with high honors. Christopher Swindell, graduating with honors. Teresa Sylvan, graduating with high honors and her AA degree.
Helen McNaughton, graduating with high honors.
Joshua Tapanez, graduating with high honors. Alexandria Tardif, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Brandon Taverny, Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Teep. Michael Tennety. Edward Turan, graduating with high honors. Marie Terralis, graduating with high honors and her AA degree. Keetron Theok. Kimberly Thomas, graduating with honors. Tyreek Thompson. Dravian Thorne. Maria Tinajero, graduating with honors. Michaela Torres, graduating with high honors. Mariah Torres, graduating with honors. Curvins Toussaint, graduating with honors. Francis Usan. Alessandra Valdez. Amelia Vargas, graduating with honors. Daniel Verone, graduating with high honors and his AA degree. Michael Vasquez. Nelissa Vega Valentin, graduating with honors. Jeremy Velasquez. Tressa Velasquez, graduating with honors. Edwin Velasquez, graduating with honors. Sebastian Velasquez. Andrew Vankersamy, graduating with honors. David Victoria, graduating with high honors and his AA degree. Pedro Vilela. Ashley Vijeda, graduating with honors. Thomas Vincent, graduating with honors. Skyla Vidito, graduating with honors. Marissa Vrinu, graduating with honors. Gabrielle Walker. Christina Ward, graduating with honors. Azriel Warren. Brandon Watson, graduating with honors. Morgan Watson, graduating with high honors. Jason Webb. Ashley Weidenberner, graduating with high honors. Brianna Worstline. Heaven West, graduating with high honors. Jarrell West. Christopher Whalen, graduating with high honors. Christian Whitehead, graduating with honors. Jacob Wilson, graduating with high honors. Joshua Winston. Victoria Wolfmueller, graduating with high honors. Alex Wood. Emily Wood, graduating with high honors. Avery Yon, graduating with high honors. Christian Young. Haley Young, graduating with honors. Ben Zafrani, graduating with honors. Maria Zendejas, graduating with honors. Kaylee Montalvo.
Mr. Gent, will you please join me once again at the podium? Will all of the graduates please rise? Mr. Gent, I present the class of 2019 graduates of St. Lucie Public Schools. They await your confirmation.
Class of 2019, Treasure Coast High School, I confirm you as graduates. Please move. Switch your tassels.
Graduates, please remain standing in preparation for our alma mater and our recessional. This afternoon has been a wonderful experience for our students to honor their accomplishments. Words cannot express my pride, and I wish all our students great success. Again, congratulations. As we begin our recessional, I ask the audience to remain seated until the last graduate exits the gym and returns to rooms 4 through 6. Treasure Coast High School administration on stage, please join me in the recessional.
My proudest moment as a Titan is actually becoming the Titan. As like, to be honest, it was a great experience. Just like being like recognized as like someone who's energetic, someone who can get the crowd pumping, and just like going out in the suit, like interacting with the crowd, making them like smile, and just have everyone just be excited. And like just that feeling was great to me, because being able to get other people excited for like the football games or just any event, because I just like to see people smile and be happy.
My proudest moment as a Titan would have to be my sophomore year when I first came here and joined the soccer team and scored the first goal of the season on the first home game. And I thought that was a pretty good moment. It was kind of like my welcome to Treasure Coast High School moment, you know.
My proudest moment as a Titan was ranking in the top 10% of my class, and it was my proudest moment because, you know, people kind of put high school as being this like really, really hard task, and like the classes are super, super hard. But you know, I worked really hard to get to where I am right now, and in that moment when I had something to show for it, I felt like nothing can stop me, and that I could be as great as I wanted to be as long as I put my mind to it and as long as I was determined.
I would say my proudest moment, I have so many, but the main one that I want to focus on is just being in the top 10%, like getting my associates even at the age of 17, receiving my ACE diploma, receiving the highest level of Bright Futures. Those are one of my top moments as a Titan.
My proudest moment as a Titan would probably just being very open and very myself. In life, I feel like we have to overcome a lot of things. Me, myself, I was born with cerebral palsy, which is a physical disability affecting my brain. A lot of things have happened this year. A lot of difficult things that I've overcame.
Oh yeah. I feel so good. I feel so great. Just like you should. Should feel that way. Oh, you're so pissed.
My proudest moment as a Titan, I actually have a couple. My first one would be ranking top 10% in my class, because when I was a freshman in 8th grade, I had taken a couple classes and not done superbly well in them, but when I came in, I was motivated and I was driven, and a lot of my teachers really helped me to strive and thrive in all of my classes, and so that is one of my biggest accomplishments and one of the things that I'm most proud of. And then getting my AA this summer before I became a senior was also one of my proudest moments, because it just felt like when you come all that way and take so many classes and multitask your life and work and everything in between, it's really amazing when you come to that finish line. And then the last proudest moment is when we got on the field for the first time after I became a Titan cheerleader. It was just the most surreal moment, and I can't really compare anything else to it, because being on that field with so many amazing young women is like the most incredible feeling ever.
I would say the best thing about Treasure Coast High School is definitely the spirit and how we all come together. I am a Titan cheerleader. I've been cheerleader for about 3 years now at this school, and nothing will ever beat the feeling of going to those games and having people get rowdy and having people paint their bodies with like black paint and, you know, repping our school, because we do have a lot of Titan spirit, and we show that in our games, in our pep rallies, in our basketball games, and even regular days at lunch when we have people breaking out into dance choreography and like everybody's joining in, and it's just, you can't really beat that. So I would have to say us as a whole and the spirit that we all kind of possess together.
I want to say the environment, the people, the social groups, the clubs, the faculty, just everything that makes Treasure Coast High School is all those mixed together, and it just blends in to create a perfect high school.
The best thing about Treasure Coast High School is just Treasure Coast High School itself, just the people, the teachers, everybody is coming together as a big family and just embracing each other when like tough times come, or like being happy when happy times come. Just everyone celebrating and everyone like being together, like a tight-knit unit.
The best thing about Treasure Coast High School has to be the faculty and the kind of clubs and sports that we offer, because it gives everyone a chance to experience different parts of themselves and learn and grow, become the people that they want to become. The faculty here are the reason that I was able to get my AA, take online classes, do all of that, because they help me to manage my schedule and things like that. And then all the clubs like National Honors Society and cheerleading and soccer, all the people that I met, the coaches, Coach Corda, things like that, they all were massive parts in me becoming the person that I wanted to become.
Just the people, right? Just the people. Because without the people, what would the school be?
Best thing about Treasure Coast High School is you're free to do whatever you want as a person. You're free to express yourself in any way you want.
I would like to thank my family, foremost, and God for just helping me get through this entire 4 years of high school and doing it with a great team of supporters. Miss Della, Coach Corda, Coach Scott, Miss Pruitt, even Miss Thomas, all of these wonderful and amazing mentors and faculty that I've had, in these past 4 years have been amazing. And I don't think I could have got to be where I am without them.
My family, mostly my mom, my dad, my grandma, they all push me to be better, push me to strive for more and just become more of the person that I want to be and the person they know that I can be, because they believe in me more than I think anyone else, and it really pushes me.
The people. I'm just gonna keep it simple because, why? Why say a bunch of words, man? The best things in life are simple.
First and foremost, God for helping me throughout the journey, and my parents for always motivating me to be a better person, and of course the teachers that helped me along the way.
Just everybody. I can't drill it down to one person because that's not fair to everybody who's helped me on my journey. I can name teachers like Miss Seal, Miss Seal, Miss Bronza, Miss Della, just people that have helped me along my way. But I like to thank everybody who was part of my journey, basically.
I would like to thank my parents. They really pushed me to be where I am today. I want to thank all my friends who also pushed me. I also want to mention I want to mention Miss Cobb, Miss Chapa, Miss Baylor, Miss Della. Those are driving for Miss DeMay also. She's also a huge driving force.
One little message, whatever battle you have in life, you just gotta remind yourself that you're so blessed.
Just, for the incoming freshmen or people who are still on that journey to graduate, just keep pushing. It's really rewarding in the end, and you're gonna really accomplish some great things once you, really go forward and go into young adulthood in your life.
I just think that everyone watching this at graduation, or if you're still in high school or you haven't gotten to high school yet, that you just have to have faith in yourself and just believe in the person that you are and never forget who you were and who you want to become, because that's so important in shaping who you ultimately will be in your life and the person that you are with all the people around you.
Whatever the human mind can conceive or believe can be achieved.